Instagram, we up. Facebook, we up. Snoopy Knowing, episode 6. Decisions women make. We gonna jump into this later with the 50-part TikTok series. We gonna jump into the story about the girl in Houston who dropped her child off at the overnight daycare so she could go out and party. We gonna get into all that tonight. Decisions women make. And before I get into it, y'all already know I'm a feminist. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know I'm a feminist. I'm down for the women. But y'all gotta hear this tonight. Decisions women make. What's up, everybody coming in? Hot Boy Trey, Camille, them three, Ariel. What's up, everybody? What's up on Facebook? Snoopy Knowing, episode 6. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube page, y'all. The link in the bio on the Instagram page. Let's get the YouTube views up. I'm gonna wait for everybody to come in, man. I got people coming in from Facebook. I got people coming in from Instagram. As usual, the video will be up on YouTube later on tonight. What's up? What's up? We talking about decisions women make tonight. Specifically, we talking about this 50-part TikTok series with this lady. And we talking about this girl in Houston. I don't know if y'all heard about this story, but it was 10 o'clock at night. She dropped her child off because she wanted to go to the bar, go to the club, or go party, whatever the case is. We're going to talk about that. Camille said we're not going to judge the 24-hour daycare, my boy, and it's not actually 24 hours. They close at 12. I think they close at 12 as far as like you got to drop your child off before 12 or you can't get them after that or something. I don't think it actually closed at 12, though. But I'm judging. Fuck what you're talking about. We here, Snoopy Knowing, I'm fucking judging. I don't care what y'all talking about. I've been getting into it with everybody all week about this topic. Fuck all that. We gonna get into it. I'm waiting for a few more people to get in the room before we really pop it off, but I'm definitely judging. I'm definitely judging. You might not be judging. Call in. Let me know what you're saying. But I'm judging. Fuck all that. Snoopy Knowing, episode 6. Episode 6. Decisions women make. Good decisions, bad decisions. Whatever you think. That's what we talking about tonight. We talking about the 50-part TikTok series with a lady, Who the Fuck Did I Marry? Where it took her forever and a day to realize what the fuck was going on. And we talking about this girl who dropped her child off at 10 o'clock at night so she could go to the bar. I'm going to wait a little while longer for a few more people to get in here before we pop it off. I want to hear what all y'all got to say. I already got one person talking about you can't judge. You gonna leave her alone. I'm not gonna leave her alone. That's what we here for. I'm not leaving her alone. I'm not leaving her alone. And any of y'all who side with her, I ain't leaving y'all alone either. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Episode 6, Snoopy Knowing. Shower the goddess say, why it gotta be decisions women make, why it can't be about the decisions people make. Because it ain't people in this circumstance. It's women in these circumstances. Sorry to tell you. But y'all already know I'm a feminist. I'm with y'all. I'm rocking with the women. I'm rocking with the ladies. But y'all got to make better decisions out here. Y'all can't be out here making these decisions and then want a pity party. You make your bed, you got to lay in it. You know what I'm saying? Facebook, what we got? We got Alexis Walker say, I'm tuned in. What's up? About time you joined the podcast. Like and subscribe to the YouTube page, y'all. The link in the bio on Instagram. Camille said, you ain't rocking, you hating. I ain't hating. That ain't hating. I'm all for being a good parent and nothing else. I'm all for being a good parent and nothing else. Fuck everything else. Yeah, I'm a feminist. I'm for the ladies. I'm for women empowerment, but I'm for holding y'all accountable. You can't be for the women. You can't be a feminist. You can't be for women equality, and you want to be treated differently. You got to make the right decisions. So I'm with you, but if you fuck up, I gotta let you know you fucking up too. Curated by Ariel said, and y'all men make the best decisions. That ain't what this episode about. Well, you want me to do an episode about do men make best decisions? We could do that on episode 7 or 8. That ain't what episode 6 about. Episode 6 is about women decision making. Stay on topic, baby. See, look, y'all going left in the comments. Shara said, of course, men don't do anything wrong. I ain't say that. I would never say that. Of course we do wrong. Of course we do wrong, but y'all let us do wrong. It's y'all decision making that let us do wrong. Them three for me say, I'm not dropping my kids off in no daycare just to go out. They got to do better, for real, for real. So let's get into it. We ain't got a whole lot of people in the room tonight, but you already know we going to still roll however it is. However many we got, that's how many we going to roll with. Episode 6, we talking about women decision making. Good, bad, indifferent, could it be better? I'm going to start, I ain't going to even go into the girl dropping her baby off at the overnight daycare. We get into that later. First, I want to jump into this 50-part TikTok series with this woman. Have y'all seen this? Have y'all seen this shit? Who the fuck did I marry on TikTok? 50-part series where this woman met some nigga online, met up with him. I'm gonna give y'all the dry run on this shit. What y'all saying in the comments? Hold on, y'all ready to jump into this shit with the girl dropping her baby off? We ain't there yet. We talking about this 50-part TikTok series with this lady. Who the fuck did I marry? Long story short with this lady. Boom, she met a nigga for 2 weeks. Boom, went out with the nigga. Boom, moved in with the nigga. Boom, got married to the nigga. Boom, the nigga filling her head with everything that he gonna do. He gonna buy a crib. He gonna buy a house. He got money. He gonna take care of her. He was paying all the bills in the house. You feel what I'm saying? He was paying the rent. He was paying the lights. He was paying the water. He was paying the gas. All she had to pay was her little car note and her phone bill. So she was loving it. But come to find out, this nigga was lying about every fucking thing. This nigga lied to her he was gonna buy a brand new Audi. Nigga was lying about buying her a brand new house. This nigga had fake financial advisors. He had fake emails of documents saying he got approved for a $700,000 home loan. The nigga was lying about everything. Mind you, I did not sit through 50 fucking episodes of that bullshit. I got to about 14, and that was through the grace of God. I had to do it because I'm coming on here to talk about it, so I tried to watch the shit. That was all I needed to know to know this motherfucker was making all the wrong decisions in the fucking world. All right, so first of all, the lady met the nigga during COVID, right before COVID hit, you hear me? Right before COVID hit, she go out and meet the nigga. After meeting the nigga online, they go on a fucking date. Them three for me say she got to 16. You better than me. I was trying. That shit, I'm looking the whole time I'm watching this shit. I'm like, and she keep admitting that they had plenty of red flags that she should have noticed. Yeah, you think you should have fucking noticed this shit? You think you should have noticed that this nigga was lying to you from fucking jump and something wasn't right from jump? The first date that they went on when they met, after talking for 3 days online, they went on a date. Her tire blew out. So the nigga pulled up, Captain Saver, he bought her a new tire. He changed the tire, he bought her a new tire. So you know she was geeked up. This nigga ain't had to do nothing already. That's light work. This is the type of shit that impress women and get y'all going on the dark road to destruction. Simple shit that niggas could do for you, and y'all think is a huge fucking thing. And niggas know, we know that it's a simple thing, but we know it's gonna go a long way. This nigga bought her a new tire. This nigga changed her tire. She was geeked up. This on the first date. They still go to the date. Now, when they walking into the date, mind you, they going to Cheesecake Factory. I remember y'all was on people asked for going to Cheesecake Factory, but they went to Cheesecake Factory for the first date. Boom, they go on the first date, they going to the fucking restaurant. She said they holding hands going into the restaurant. She loving it. She geeked up. She feel, ma'am, you just met this nigga. Why is you holding hands with this nigga walking into the restaurant? Use your fucking brain. Something ain't right with this nigga. If he holding fucking hands with you on the first night y'all met to go on a date, some should have told you right then and there, this nigga up to no good. This nigga doing everything he can to win me over. And she kept saying the whole time she telling her story, something wasn't right. I knew it wasn't right. Yeah, you knew it wasn't right. But the nigga was shelling out a little money. The nigga was paying her bills. Hold on. Let me slow down before I go too far. Let me read the comments. Honey says she act like a tie was so expensive. She got a case of Delulu early. Jazz Forever says she thought she was on the come up. Exactly. That's what it was. So, Boom. So they went out on a date. They had a good time. After the date, she said they sat in their car in the parking lot and talked till like midnight. And it's another easy thing for niggas to do. Talk to you. Niggas, see, that's just like niggas in a jailhouse. That's how these women fall in love with niggas in a jailhouse and be sending them money and ready to marry. Cause I'm in jail. I ain't got nothing else to do. I sit on the phone and fucking talk to you. I ain't got nothing else to do. If a nigga sit and talk to a woman, it's the easiest thing to do, but it go a long way. And she was on the hook at that point. He had to bought a tie. He had to change the tie, bought her a tie, held her hand going into the restaurant, and he sat out there and talked to her till midnight just talking. She was geeked up. She was already lost in the sauce. She ain't making no good decisions from jump. Number one, why is you letting this nigga buy you a tire? You don't even know this nigga. Whether he want to buy you a tire or not, why you letting him buy you a tire? You don't even know the nigga. Thank you, but no thank you, baby. I got it. Thank you, but no thank you. Because, number one, you don't know who this nigga is and how you gonna rock. Because you know how niggas act in the club when they buy you a drink. Bitch, nigga done bought you a drink and think you gotta put out. So you know this nigga bought you a fucking tire and changed your tire, what he think. You heard me? Come on, man. Y'all gotta think. Y'all gotta make better decisions. So, oh shit, what the fuck that was? So, she geeked up. The nigga holding a long conversation with her, talking to her. She amped up. 2 weeks into talking to this nigga and going to a couple more dates, the city on lockdown, she decided to move this nigga into her house. They gonna go on quarantine together. They gonna live together in the house. They gonna quarantine together. This is a nigga that she just met 2 weeks ago. What is your motherfucking mental, lady? You met this nigga 2 weeks ago. You don't know if this nigga a motherfucking murderer. You don't know if he a motherfucking psychopath. You don't know if he stink. You don't know nothing about this nigga. But you would have let this nigga come move with you. Why? Loneliness and bad decisions. You let your feelings overdo your thought process. She knew she was tripping. She knew that wasn't a smart decision to make. But she let her feelings guide her instead of letting her fucking mental guide her. Wanting somebody, need somebody. Let me see what the comments say. That tire was a blessing. Just forever say hard up for somebody. Exactly. Listen, ladies. When you making these decisions, you got to take your feelings out of this shit. You got to take your low self-esteem. You got to take your need to be wanted. You got to take that shit out of it and listen to your brain. Your brain telling you over and over again, but you saying, fuck what my brain talking about. I like this nigga. Then homie was saying, he gonna pay for everything. She ain't got to do nothing. She was loving it. She was loving this nigga was paying the bill. She said all she had to pay was her car note and her little phone bill. Boom, then all the other shit started popping up. This nigga talking about buying a house. Every time you talking about buying a house, is another excuse, another excuse. She knew the nigga was lying about the shit. But she didn't want to let it go. She didn't want to accept that fact because the nigga was taking care of her and paying the bills in the house. So she knew he was lying, but she was ready for the next lie to come. She was waiting, let me see what this nigga gonna lie about next. Why, ma'am? Take yourself out of the fucking situation. Now you crying us on TikTok making 50-part series. When you playing the victim, you was not a victim. You knew what this nigga was doing from jump, but you stuck around. You wanted to ride that train as long as you could ride that train because nigga was paying bills and taking care of you. You ain't had to do nothing. Let me go to Facebook and see what they saying. Mika said, oh, I lost you. Where you at? Hold on. Mika said she don't like him and like what he does for her. Yeah, in fact, she ain't like him. She like what he was doing for her. Rock said, just because they have a brain don't mean they could use it. That's a problem. If you got a brain, what the fuck you got it for if you ain't using it? Ronald Lucy, whole stupid. See, I'm a feminist. I'm trying to stay on y'all side. But they making it look bad for y'all. Y'all making niggas leave comments like whole stupid. Because y'all making bad decisions based on your feelings and not your common sense. So this nigga say he had a loan for $700,000 to buy a new crib. He won't buy a house. Now, when they were sitting in the car talking and shit on their first date, they both put it out there. He telling her he won't be married. He not dating just to play around. He ready to start a family. She loving all this. Ma'am, this nigga telling you everything that a bitch won't hear. What part, when do the fucking light switch click on in your head that this nigga saying everything right? He's saying everything I won't fucking hear. So she tell him she on the same wave. I won't be married too. I'm ready to start a family too. You done just told this nigga what you looking for. So he know exactly how to come at you. You ain't made it hard for this nigga. You ain't made this nigga jump through no hoops. You done laid it out online what you looking for instead of playing it cool. Now this nigga know exactly how to come at your top. And that's how he came at our top. He ready to get married. He ready to buy a house. He ready to start a family. So boom. Next thing you know, the nigga ready to buy a crib. $700,000 crib. Now in my mind, ma'am, if you wanted to be married, if he wanted to be married, why y'all ain't working on a wedding first? Why y'all ain't working on a wedding venue before you talking about buying a house? But that's too much sense. I got too much Snoop be knowing. So forgive me if I be knowing and motherfuckers don't be knowing. The shit was right there in your face. What we saying on Facebook? You giving humans way too much credit. I ain't giving them no credit. I'm trying to give them some game. Instagram, them three for me say he saw the low self-esteem on her. Listen, he definitely read that shit like a book. And see, that's the difference between men and women. Y'all say men don't make bad decisions. But men know they place and value. If you feel what I'm saying. Like, a nigga know if a woman is out of his league. A nigga know if this woman is too good to be true, this don't make sense. But a woman, for some reason, never could recognize when something is out of her league. Looking at this lady, hey, I'm not, I'm a feminist. I'm not against the lady. I'm not talking down on the lady. But looking at this lady, she clearly don't have a long track record of long relationships and shit. So she ready to be with somebody. Hold on, what they saying in the chat? He had a lot of time with his hand. All those lies were too much. Honey said that's why his ass on small now. But women never recognize they out of their league. She should have been stopped and said, why is this man willing to buy? And this not having low self-esteem, this being honest with yourself. Honest with yourself is saying, why would this man be buying me a $700,000 house? This what you see these Instagram thotties and all this type of shit. They getting that type of shit. Not saying it can't happen to you, but it take time. You done just met this man like that and he trying to buy you a $700,000 house. You got to say to yourself, something ain't right. You got to say to yourself, I ain't of that caliber. Niggas know they ain't of that caliber. Niggas know they ain't of a caliber to get a bad bitch and fuck on the first night. For the most part. If it's a nigga who ain't on that level, he know he ain't on that level. So as a woman, you got to know you ain't on that level either. But you so delusional and you want to feel that so much that you buy into the lie. You know this nigga lying. You know you ain't on that level. You know you ain't that caliber of woman. But you still buy into the lie. Camille said, I believe she was hopeful. She was fucking hopeful, all right. Lying to herself to the end. Lying to her fucking self to the end. Seen on Facebook say that was a quarantine relationship. Nah, that was beyond a quarantine relationship. These people moved in together after 2 weeks. Latoya on Facebook says some women have daddy issues and be looking for love in all the wrong places. Absolutely. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, the decision making. You can feel how you want to feel. I understand women are emotional creatures. You know what I'm saying? You can feel how you want to feel, but you got to be real with yourself. You can't turn your brain off. Your brain is telling you. It's fucking telling you. You're not fucking brain dead. It's telling you, but you ignoring the shit. Britt Bratz on Instagram says she wanted that lifestyle so bad she did. She was willing to keep buying a lie, waiting for one of them to come true. Quite frankly, say this man wasn't giving nobody's VP of nobody's company. That's fucked up. Just, how a nigga look who a VP of a company? Curated by Ariel say every woman on my 600-pound life have a man. Why she couldn't pull a man with a little coin? I don't know. I don't watch 600-pound life, but do they got niggas buying them 700,000 houses and paying cash for Audis? This nigga told her. So after the house fell through, that shit never happened. She called the realtor herself and found out somebody else had bought the house that this nigga saying was ready for close. They was about to close on the house. Nigga kept telling they about to close on the house. They about to close on the house. Shit never happened. So she called a realtor herself. After she went online and saw the house had already sold. That bitch was off the market. Realtor told her that shit sold to some older white folks. She allowed the nigga to get out of that lie by saying he lied and said something about the taxes on the house was too much, which she already knew was a lie. But she allowed him to tell that lie, knowing she knew the lie, just so she could keep living this falsehood. Shara said, I didn't want the little 50-part series, so I don't know what's going on. She didn't watch it. I'm explaining to you, you ain't have to watch it. I'm explaining to you what went on. Quite frankly, said the fake pre-approval letter about took me out. This nigga had fake everything. Britt Brad said he had to take off of work waiting on a car. Right, so they went to the dealership. She test driving cars. So she says it's between a BMW and the Audi truck, Q6 or whatever the fuck it was. Boom, the nigga get on the horn. I'm calling my financial advisor. I got this for you, baby. This what you want. This is what I'm gonna do for you. Talk his little gang. Whole time this nigga ain't been talking to nobody on the phone. The whole relationship that this nigga been in with her, this nigga been holding phone conversations next to her and in her face and not fucking talking to nobody. This bitch knew exactly what the fuck was going on. She let this nigga slide with way too much because he was paying that little rent. Mind you, this bitch said her rent was less than $1,000. Where the fuck she was living at? Then she said she didn't live in the hood. Bitch, yes you did. You definitely lived in the hood. Your fucking rent was under $1,000 in 2020, 2022? Bitch, where was you living and your rent was under $1,000? That nigga wasn't tripping about paying that little shit. That nigga was not tripping about paying that little shit, and you was so bucked up to have somebody paying your little $800 rent or whatever that shit was. She made bad decision after bad decision, man. And knowing what was going on, but willingly doing it. You willing to put yourself, your pride, your mental, and everything out there just so you could have a man, and just so you could have a man who doing shit for you, paying your bills. Listen, ladies, it ain't no fucking shame in paying your bills. We grown people. You got bills. Every adult got a bill. Pay your own fucking bills. Save yourself the embarrassment and heartache and pay your own fucking bills. You willing to be stupid just because a nigga paying your little bills? But yeah, back to the call. So the nigga said he was about to cop the Audi. Boom. He called her, look, B, take off of work. Such and such day that bitch being delivered between 1 and 3. She done took off of work. She at home. Bitch, that Audi ain't never came. Bitch, that Audi ain't never came. You heard me? She called that nigga like the Audi ain't never come. Ooh. He hit her with another excuse that she should have knew better than. She keeps saying in hindsight. Listen, ladies, y'all gotta stop living in hindsight. It don't take hindsight. Y'all see this shit long before hindsight come into play. You see the shit forehand. And you don't want to believe it, and you want to live in la-la land, and you willing to accept it, and then you want to fall back on, well, in hindsight. Fuck hindsight. You knew this shit going into it. Wake the fuck up. What we saying on the comments? Them 3 for me say he played in her face. He played in her face bad. Listen, and I'm gonna tell y'all women something. Niggas do this. Niggas will play in your face on purpose. Niggas will purposely tell you the stupidest shit in the world that they could think of just to see if you gonna allow it to fly. Niggas will make up the dumbest story in the world knowing it don't make sense, not caring if you gonna believe it or not. They just doing it to see how dumb you are. I ain't making this up. I'm telling you what I know. Snoop be knowing. This is what niggas do. When I was coming up 18, 19, 20 years old, this is what we did. We purposely told bras dumb shit to see what we could get away with and what we could do and how they went along with it. And you'll be amazed at the shit that they go along with and believe and fool themselves into thinking it's true. They know damn well that shit ain't true. I got somebody trying to join in. Let me see what's going on. Who we got? Who we got trying to join in? Oh, he don't know what he doing. He ain't trying to join in. Shara says, Snoop do be knowing. I do be knowing. And I be trying to tell y'all. Facebook, Cena said, as a woman, I can tell you, we let certain shit slide when certain needs are met. Just like a man laying it down good. Okay, all right. If you gonna let shit slide, so certain needs getting met, don't come crying about it 5 months later. We don't want to hear the shit. Don't play the victim role, because you made the decision. You decided that's what you gonna do because your bills was getting paid or you was getting dicked down good. Okay, bitch. You got dicked down and dicked out. Now you dicked out. You dicked out because you thought you was doing something. Because, see, she put the shot here like this man took advantage of her. But in her mind, she was taking advantage of him too. Mahogany said game was supposed to be sold, not told. I'm selling it and telling it. What's down? I'm selling it and telling it. Them three for me say, baby, he was ice skating, ain't that much sliding. Facebook, what we got going on? What we saying? She said, that's why I say she got to take her lick. She definitely got to take her lick. But she done came up off this shit because people feeling sorry for her. And I don't know why nobody feeling sorry for her. She a grown-ass woman. She knew what she was doing. She allowed herself to be played with. Make better decisions. If y'all ain't watched this shit, don't go. I'm saying don't even go watch that shit. She coming up off everybody watching this shit. Oh, she let a nigga play in her face. Now she playing in our face. Bitch ain't about to play in my face. I cut that shit off. I watch that shit for as long as I can watch it. Quite frankly said, but at some point, like, didn't he get tired of all them lies? That had to be exhausting. I can't understand it. My imagination ain't that good. My patience ain't that good to keep telling all these lies to a motherfucker. But I guarantee you he was laughing his ass off every time he told her a lie. Every time he came up with a crazy fabricated story, he was dying laughing. And he was telling himself, this bitch stupid as a motherfucker. I can tell this bitch whatever I want to. I need somebody who gonna call in. Y'all putting a lot in the comments. Who gonna call in and let me hear what y'all got to say on the situation. Cause me, I don't feel sorry for this lady at all. And I don't think this nigga was the bad guy in the situation. I felt like they both was using each other. She trying to make it like this nigga just was, who the fuck did I marry? But fuck, you knew exactly who you married. Stop playing with us. You knew who you married. Nigga say he made a whole Tubi movie. Ronald Lou say he not sending no more. Hold on, I got a request coming through on Facebook, y'all. Let's see what we got. I didn't know they could do it. Hold on, let's go. Oh, they said they couldn't add you, Ronald Lou. Try it again. Call back again. See what's up. Somebody call in. I'm taking callers. Then we're going to jump into this girl who left her baby at the overnight daycare. Because that's what I'm waiting to get into with y'all. Fuck this lady with the 50 TikTok. She made a bad decision, but she knew what the fuck she was doing. She purposely did the shit. So don't cry about it. Yeah, you got taken advantage of. She probably knew he was lying, but not the extent of what he was lying. But that don't matter to me. Because you knew he was lying, you was willing to go through it just so you could get your little bills paid. And a lot of women do that. So if you're going to do that, women, if you're going to play that game, put your big girl pants on, stone with the big dogs, and you know, suck it up. You hear me? Camille said the daycare is not overnight. Hey, listen, the girl said it's a 24-hour daycare. That what the girl said. I'm going on with the little girl said. And it is overnight. Fuck, midnight, that's the next day. Britt Brad said he lied and said his stepdaughter passed away. Yeah, I saw he said a bunch of his family members had died from COVID and all type of shit. I turned that shit off. The point of it is make better decisions. Y'all ain't got nobody to blame most of the time for the decisions you make but you. You be knowing better. You ignore your mind, you ignore your senses, and follow y'all little feelings and end up getting your feelings hurt for it. Stop being stupid. So boom. We off that. We might double back on it, but for now, let's talk about this girl. Background. This the background. She posted on TikTok that she dropped her daughter off to the 24-hour daycare out here in Houston. It was 10 o'clock at night. She posted that she showed her bringing her daughter upstairs to the place. It showed them the man was at the reception counter when she dropped the child off, and so she left. The comments asked her where she was going, and she showed a screenshot of her text message. One of her friends hit her up about pulling up to some spot, whether it be a club, a bar, a lounge, whatever it was. One of her friends hit her up to come to the spot, and she was like, bet, let me go drop my daughter off at the daycare, night care, 10 o'clock at night. So, I see comments right now. Jazz Forever said, at least she didn't leave the baby at home. Camille said she went in on a date. Them three said a man ain't nowhere, especially at night. Quite frankly, say my girl had a date, okay? So listen, everybody who I done fucking talked to about this situation, the first thing, when I say everybody, every woman. And I'm not every woman, but majority of women, because it was some women that was on my side of this shit too. But majority of the women, the first thing they said was, at least she didn't leave the baby at home. And that just showed me how crazy and how detached women are. I'm with y'all. I'm a feminist. Don't forget. But y'all crazy than motherfucking. Y'all detached. Every last one of y'all said, at least she didn't leave the baby at home. As if that was the only two fucking options for this lady. Either drop the child off at the daycare overnight or leave the child at home by itself. That's not the only two fucking options. The number one option is sit your ass at home. When your friend hits you up about come and pull up to the bar, I got my baby, I can't go. That's the number one fucking option. Why we keep talking about at least she didn't leave a baby at home? That's not even an option. That shouldn't even be a fucking option. So why y'all just keep focusing on at least she didn't leave a baby at home? No, bitch, why you didn't stay at home? Jazz Forever said, so women are supposed to never have a break. That's the next comment I'm getting from every woman who down with this. It ain't, who said you don't never get a break? Y'all go from 0 to 100. Same thing with the, at least she didn't leave the child at home. 0 to 100. Women can never have a break. 0 to 100. There's a lot of shit in between never having a break, and there's a lot of shit in between leaving the child at home by itself. Your ass ain't no single parent. Stop. Another. Listen, man. Y'all women. And listen. I get it. No, I'm not no single parent. But if I was a single parent, I would never. Nigga, listen. Listen, people. Oh, I already. King Bill said he losing his orders. I got somebody calling in. Let's take the call. Shit. We lost you. Your girl I had said, I'm a single parent, that shit a no fly. Of course, for most men, it's a no fly. Okay, we got our caller. What's going on? What you want to say?
You know what I want to say?
I don't know what you want to say, so let me know what you want to say.
All right. Like I told you about this earlier this week. The alternative is her running the streets and leaving her child at home.
Why is the alternative not staying at home?
So, again, you don't know what this girl's situation is in its entirety. She could be living in Houston by herself with no family, no friends, or she could be living in Houston and come from such a dysfunctional family that she feels that it's safer to leave her child at a daycare versus leaving it with a family member, right? We don't know if this girl ain't had a break since the day she had this child. Again,
Let me stop you.
no,
I'm about to
hold
stop you.
on, hold
Look,
on.
hold on. I'm about to stop you. Look, no, no.
No, you
Every
don't know
time
the
I'm no.
situation.
Y'all want to keep adding. Y'all want to keep adding layers to this
There's
story.
no
We don't need
layers.
to add.
You
Hold on,
don't
stop. We don't need
know.
to add all these layers to
You
the story.
do
She
not
ain't never
know
had a break.
the
Her family.
situation.
We don't need all that. We don't need all these layers. these things that y'all making up that might
Ain't no
possibly be.
making it up.
We don't need all that.
You talking a lot of shit. But had you not had the family members that you had to help you out with your kids, your ass would not be
I'll be at
sitting
my
in
house.
Houston every day and not doing nothing
But
but
I'll be
eating,
at my
shitting, and
house.
sleeping and going to work. Nope, that's a lie.
Huh? Say it again.
That's a lie.
Huh?
So when
What
you
you why
hire a
you
babysitter
think that?
or when you drop your child off to daycare for the first time, do you know that daycare person?
So let
And
me
no,
get
no,
into that.
answer the question. Do you know the
No,
daycare?
I don't.
All right.
No,
When
I
you
don't.
drop your
But
child
that's
off to
the
school
difference.
on the
The
very
difference is
first day, do
when
you
we
know
drop
them?
our kids off. If you drop your kids off at daycare because you're going to work, you don't have no other options. You depleted all of your options, and you got to work. You got to take care of your household. You got to take care of your family. You got to take care of the child. You have to go to work. So it's a calculated risk that you
What time you
taking
get off
because
from
you
work?
have to go to work.
What time you get off from work?
You don't have
What
to go
time
out.
do you get off from work?
Me,
Yes, you.
I get off work at 2 o'clock.
And what time the daycare, what time you go pick your
My
kids up from
children's
daycare?
school
Well,
right now, so
now,
school get out at 3:30.
prior, when they were in daycare, what time did you pick them up? Did you pick them up as soon as you left work?
No,
Why not?
I was at home.
Why? Because you wanted that break, you wanted that free time, you wanted that me time, right? So you
So
didn't go
listen
run and get them
to
from
me.
the random person that you left them with when you first started
So
sending them to that daycare.
listen to me. When my children went to daycare, first of all, I vetted the daycare extremely.
How you know this girl
Secondly, I
didn't vet
went
this
in there
daycare?
and talked. Listen, I went in there and all but threatened these people about my
How
children.
do you
First
know
time I
that
ever
this
stepped foot
young
in there.
lady did not vet the daycare that she dropped her child off to?
I don't care if she vetted the daycare. Even if I vet the daycare, even if it's 10 o'clock at night. I don't care if I've done fucking vetted you. If I got your social security card, I don't give a shit. Your child at 5, 6 years old don't need to be leaving out of their house at 10 o'clock at night and
Let
getting
me ask you
picked up
this.
at
Let me ask
midnight
you this one.
because you want to go drink
Hold this
or
one.
you want to go
Have
party.
you ever been on not that I can think of, but think about it like this. When you go on a cruise, right? They got kids camp, kids carnival,
Not doing that.
all this
Not
other
doing that.
stuff or whatever.
Not doing that.
So,
Not doing that.
so you're telling me that if you're on a cruise,
Not doing it.
you're not doing
No.
nothing.
No. 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 Listen. And I'm gonna end this with you, and then I got 2 other people trying to call in. My children to me mean everything to me. Their safety, their well-being come before my mental state, come before me wanting to unwind. Their well-being comes before
So let me
everything.
say this
I do not exist
before you
in the
cut to the next
process.
person and give them their opportunity to talk. I'm not saying that I would have done what she did, but I would
Why?
not do,
Why?
what I would
Why
not
wouldn't you have
do
done it?
is
Hold on.
leave
Why
my child at
wouldn't you have done
home.
it?
I'm sorry? Huh?
Why wouldn't you have done it? It's not.
Because
Somebody kind of said it's easy for him to say because he's not
a single parent.
a single parent.
Hmm. But
Y'all
what I'm
crazy
saying
with
is,
that. Single parent or not,
like you, I've been afforded
most
the
men gonna tell you they're
opportunity
not doing that
to
stupid
have
shit.
somebody to take care of my kids. So I've never had to be placed in that situation. However, I would much rather leave them with someone that I can watch on camera and do all of these other things versus leaving them at home that they could get into anything possible. Like I told you earlier this
How
week,
about you
you
just
set an
stay home?
ABC
Why is that
poster
never?
on
I gotta go. I
fire.
gotta. I'm hanging you up.
On
I gotta
fire
go.
by
I gotta
yourself.
go. I'm
Don't
hanging you
hang
up.
up
I'm taking the
now.
next. I gotta take the next caller.
Don't hang up now.
I gotta take the next caller. I don't
Whatever.
even know how to hang this damn
Good.
thing up.
I'm glad you can. What's up, Taylor?
We triple box. Triple box Snoopy No episode 6, Women and Their
You not
Decisions. Facebook Live, Instagram Live. Make sure y'all follow the YouTube and subscribe. We got Quite Frankly on here. What
Get
you
them
gonna
together,
say?
Taylor.
right. Like you're not correct. The lady needed a break. She dropped her kid off to a safe place.
Says who?
What do you mean says who? This place is
Says who? What makes it a safe space?
she
What makes it
obviously
a
there
safe
all the
space?
time.
First of all, you drop your daughter off to an overnight place with a man at the reception counter. That's safe?
So because there was a man at the reception counter, you're just going to discard the fact that there was another woman?
That's too many. Stop saying just.
So there wasn't a woman working in the facility at all?
Why do y'all what does that mean?
Was there not another person?
Did we not just see a daycare worker? This lady owned a daycare and her husband worked as security and he had been molesting these children.
You are absolutely right. So I remember that story. And I think she shot him or something like that or whatever.
Her husband that she hired onto the daycare, a man, and he was molesting all these children.
But you have to
y'all forget this shit when y'all
kids as well, Devin. It's not just men. It's not just that are the problem.
Exactly.
I didn't say it was. I didn't say it was.
Do you know your children?
The point of the matter is
exactly. Go ahead, Taylor. Finish your statement.
Y'all value yourself too much over the child.
Y'all value yourself.
But this is the whole thing with the 50. This is the whole thing with the 50-part TikTok lady. Her feelings let override her thinking. Her feelings of wanting to be enjoyed and go enjoy herself, let her be taken advantage of and look stupid in front of everybody. It's the same way with this. You letting your feelings of you going out for one night to the bar is not about to fucking help you. Put your child to sleep. Go sit in the front, turn your music on, sip some wine or whatever you want to do. If your child go to school, you got all day long to unwind. That's bullshit. That's an excuse. That's bullshit. Y'all keep letting y'all feelings. I feel like I just need to unwind. I feel like I'm overwhelmed.
I'll be here. Let me
deal with it.
Let me ask you this. What do you do with your kids when you go out?
I leave them with a relative.
Is that not the same as a daycare?
Hell no.
Why is it not the same?
What? Why would you think that's why would they even be close to
So let me ask you this. Is a relative not capable of doing the same?
I'm about to end this right now. Listen to me.
You can't start the conversation and then want to end it.
Because this Snoop be knowing, this not y'all be knowing. Everybody who's on this wave of you need to unwind and your mental health. Okay, let's just take this story and God forbid something had happened to that child. Let's just say the news article was this child was kidnapped or whatever. Something happened to this child. What y'all gonna be saying then? Nobody is gonna be saying, oh, she needed a break. Everybody is gonna be saying, you left your child to go out and party and you allowed this to happen to your child. But because y'all women with hindsight, you can see now that nothing happened to the child. It's okay for you. But if something happened to that child, nobody would be saying, well, the mama needed a break. The mama, maybe she ain't have. Y'all would be saying, no way, you should have left your child 10 o'clock at night somewhere so you could go out to a bar. Y'all only saying this because it's hindsight and you saw nothing happen to her.
Relative's house, though, Devin.
What?
Something can also happen to your child at a relative's house.
Something could happen to you. A fucking airplane could drop out the sky and fall on your head. What are we talking about?
It can happen.
Of course, something can happen anywhere and everywhere. Your job as a parent is to try to mitigate that as much as possible. You could turn off your street and get hit by a fucking bus. Of course, women make all these excuses. Something can happen to you anywhere. Forever. Of course, but your job as a parent is to assess situations and try to make the best decision possible. It ain't gonna be the 100% every time, but you're gonna try to make the best decision possible. Anything, child can fucking choke on a fucking bead in the house with you. Of course, anything can happen. But that's in my care, my responsibility, my child.
I just think
niggas say you forgot about the Facebook post, people. Facebook, I ain't forgot about y'all. I got these callers on Instagram.
Definitely different if he was a single parent.
Shell Amber said, I'm with my kids unless I'm at work. And when I'm at work, they're with my husband. Your child's well-being is most important. Exactly.
But nobody is questioning the child's well-being.
Oh.
Huh?
Nobody's questioning that.
Instagram, she made the best decision. Hold on. She made the best decision for her and her child. It's fine. Why are you so mad about it? That wasn't the best decision.
It was.
The best decision was sit your ass at home instead of going to the bar to drink or go see a nigga.
Or come to New Orleans.
Why I'm upset about it, we get Amber Alerts out here in Texas all day, every fucking day. We just had the little girl died, they found in the river because her daddy was letting a neighbor bring her to the fucking bus stop. Stop trusting your fucking children with any and everybody.
That is completely different.
Stop trusting your children with any and everybody.
That is completely different.
That shit shouldn't even have to be said. But obviously it do have to be said because people are so fragile. Their mental is so, they land in bed and don't want to get up because they so fragile and they so mentally distressed and overwhelmed. Grow the fuck up. Grow up. Man up, grow up.
So are you?
I'm not off the subject. Camille said I'm off subject. I'm not off subject. It's the same, another scenario where these people went out to the casino. I think this was in Louisiana. They went out to the casino and left their 3-year-old home with the cousins that was 10, 12 years old, and they ended up killing a little girl.
All right, I got one more question before I.
It's a different scenario because it wasn't daycare, but it's the same situation. They wanted to go out somewhere that wasn't work.
One more thing, and then I'm gonna get off.
They wanted to go unwind. They wanted to let their hair down, and they was willing to leave their child wherever, not in their care.
Oh Lord!
So this is the last thing I'm gonna ask you, right? You said these unfit parents are making these decisions, this, that, and other, making these choices that they're making. Was our parents unfit for leaving us at home by ourselves?
Different times, and none of our parents was leaving us at home to go to no club. Stick to what we talking about. They was going to a club.
Debbie, be for real.
What's up?
Be for real.
You are lying.
You think leaving your hold on. I just want to get an understanding because maybe I'm slow, but I know I'm not.
To go out.
You think making the decision. You think making the decision.
Be for real, Debbie.
Child at daycare so you can go to work is the same as leaving your child at the daycare so you could go party.
Not the same. That is not what we're saying.
Same thing.
That is not what we're saying. I just asked you a question. I said, were we not at home by ourselves while our parents were out?
Yes.
Okay.
Out where?
The streets.
No, I wasn't.
What? All right.
I wasn't at my fucking house nowhere. My mom was out in the streets. My mom ain't never been in the streets.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Let me preference it. A bar. Or a night spot.
No.
No?
At 5 and 6 years old, no.
I ain't say 5 and 6 years old. It ain't have to be 5 and 6.
That's what we talking about. Y'all keep getting off the subject trying to make y'all point, but you getting off the subject.
A 10-year-old could be left at a daycare till midnight.
Listen to what I'm saying. If you talking about my mama going to a bar when I was 12 or 13 and trying to compare it to leaving your 5
no,
or 6
we were younger than that. We were younger than that. Stop it.
I wasn't no crazy. No, ma'am. You crazy. You ain't correct. Definitely.
You need to pull Shutter into this chat.
Go to the chat.
Yep.
Niggas say I rolled my sleeves up. Here, my sleeves been rolled up the whole night. I came on here with my sleeves rolled up. Point of the matter is, men, I want y'all to take note. These women, y'all got to be the head of the household. Y'all got to be the head of the household, because if y'all ain't the head of the household, these are decisions that women be making. When they overwhelmed, when they tired, too much, too tired, they gonna make the best decision for them. They ain't making the best decision for the child. You can't tell me that was the best decision for the child. You can't tell me dropping that child off at 10 o'clock at night so she could go drink was the best decision for the child. First of all, the child need to be asleep. So it wasn't the best decision for the child, so who you making the best decision for? Yourself. I can't believe so many people is on board with that shit.
Because too many people are leaving their kids at home alone and the worst things are happening.
I'm not even going into the leaving your kids. I'm not even going to the, look. I'm not even going into the leaving your kids at home part, because that's not even part of the equation.
Yes, it is.
Part of the equation is sit your ass
That's the
at home.
whole reason why she did it, so that the child would not be at home alone.
The child don't have to be home alone if you home
I
with
am
the
not
child.
disagreeing that the child should be at home alone.
What are you talking about?
Devin, you are sitting there as if you don't leave out of your home. You wouldn't know how to function if you didn't get some me time away from your wife and kids. Boy.
Aria, I just want to.
The whole Jazz forever said that's the whole reason for those daycares. The whole reason for those daycares is people who work third shift and got to go to work. not so you could go shake your ass or go get dick down and leave your child in company of whoever is there.
You literally said that you would go home after you got off work and leave your kids at daycare. It's the same exact thing. It's the same thing. You get off at 2:00. You don't pick your kids up till 4 or 5 o'clock every day.
And you used to get off earlier than that. Wasn't it more like 11:30, 12 o'clock?
Jazz Forever said, so man, women are crazy. So single parents never deserve breaks. So you think the only time a single parent can get a break is at 10 o'clock at
Yes,
night, dropping off their 5-year-old.
if she works,
That's the only time you think, because y'all keep going from
She
0
has
to 100. The
to
only
work
time
during
that
the
a single
hours that
parent
the
can
little
get
girl is at school. So if she has
correct.
to work during those hours, and then the
take
child
your
gets out of
ass
school at
off.
4 o'clock,
Take your
and so
ass
now she has the
off.
child from 4 until the end of the
Hold on,
evening.
let me get into this dummy in my group in the Instagram right now. No, sir, you crazy, judgmental behind. You, if something had happened to the child, everybody would be judging, but
No,
nobody is judging because they don't have the intelligence to see what could have happened. It didn't happen, so everybody like don't judge. But if it would have happened, if something would have happened to the child, everybody would be judging.
you judging her.
Every single person would be judging if something would have happened.
I
You
need
still
every
be judging
Nigga says a
for
license.
that
Jamal Nash,
store.
Jay Nash says it's a licensed daycare. What the fuck does that mean? Because nothing's ever happened at a licensed daycare. That's how. What are you talking about? It's a licensed daycare. Okay, we just went over the fact that this lady had her husband working at her daycare at a licensed daycare, and he was molesting all the children who was there. So what does being a licensed daycare have to do with
When their
anything?
relatives have no, Devin. I mean, I'm sorry.
Huh?
it
Stuff can
happens
happen
with relatives. It doesn't matter who you leave the child with.
Some could happen stepping out on your
Okay.
porch. We understand that.
So
Listen. Okay. And I'm going to end it right here because we're coming up on an hour. If this was a game show, ladies and gentlemen, if this was a game show and the question is brought to you, you want to go out to the party tonight with your friends. Should you, A, drop your child off at a daycare at 10 o'clock at night? Should you, B, leave the child home alone? Should you, C, stay home? What's the fucking correct answer on the game show? If this is a game show, what answer y'all pick?
whatever that
And I'm
person.
gonna leave it at that. Good night. I appreciate everybody for joining in. Snoopy knowing episode 6. I be knowing, they don't be knowing. Y'all better watch who y'all having children with. These women, they don't make the best decisions. Love y'all. Good night.